Hey everybody, this is Lorelia coming to you with today with the topic business credit tips. Take it to the bank. The reason why I wanted to do a video on this topic. Now, I never assume that people know who I am when I do these videos because I am streaming to a few platforms, but I'm not new to this subject matter of credit, personal credit, business credit. And at the end of the day, I show receipts. And that is why I wanted to talk about business credit tips because I've said in many videos, there's a lot of information in this business credit space on how to build business credit. And what a lot of people don't realize, because everything that I speak of, there is a source that you can go to research. So don't take my word for it. That's why I titled this video, Take It to the Bank. Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and do your research. What people don't understand is, unlike personal credit, where the FTC protects you, that's why they created the FDCPA, which has to do with the way debt collectors um, interact with consumers, the FCRA, you got the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, you got all these agencies, these federal agencies that protect consumers from being taken advantage. Business credit, on the other hand, does not fall under that umbrella. So that's why it is a wild, wild west when it comes to building business credit. And once again, I'm a big advocate of you do not build it, you get access and you secure it. Yes, a few weeks ago, I did a video sharing with you that the FTC slapped the hand to Dun and Bradstreet, which had people believing that they credit builder software or services that they offered would help them build it, would help you get business credit. So if the FTC slapped the hand to Dun and Bradstreet, deceiving business owners to believe that that is the way to get business credit, help me out here. Help me out here. How is it that people still believe that that's it? Well, I get it. The reason why they still believe that that is the way, that's the only way, because there's no oversight. There's no oversight. And so it's easy for a person to binge out on a few videos, on a few lives, and tell people they're going to help them build business credit. And I always say, well, where are the fruits? Now, what they are going to help you build, they're going to help you get some gas cards. They're going to help you get some net 30s. They're going to help you get some office supply accounts. They may even, you may even move up the tiers and you'll get maybe an Amazon business card and you think you win it. And they'll have you to believe, well, they'll tell you, they'll make the comparison to personal credit. They'll make the comparison. So that's why it sounds legitimate. Because if you think about it, it sounds right. Okay, well, this is what I have to do to build my personal credit. Well, then my business credit, it will take the same thing. Well, if that's the case, then how is it that people can invest in a franchise, which many franchises are like $500,000 or what have you, a real good one? How is it that those people are able to invest in a franchise and they're using capital? Where do you think that capital is coming from? The capital is coming from leverage, because it wouldn't make sense if a person needed to get $500,000 to start a franchise and they don't have $1 million or what have you. That's why there are ways that a person can get access to capital from a lending institution, because what the person may have assets, personal assets, the person may have other business assets somewhere else, the person may even have favorable credit. And when I say favorable, we're not talking 800. We're talking about, somewhere in the sixes, maybe at the sevens, but it has a good mix. They have things to leverage. And that's how they're able to get the capital. And that's why I titled this video, Take It to the Bank. Because if those business credit strategies that everyone and their mama's talking about really get you to the bag, then go to the bank. Go to your local bank, whether you bank at a local bank, you a credit union, and tell them about your paydex score. Tell them about this fabulous paydex score that you have. Tell them about these great net 30 accounts that you have, and see if they're going to lend to you. Now, that's on a primary market. Now we got the secondary market. Those are lenders that may be backed by hedge funds or what have you. Oh, a private equity. Oh, I know your business credit people don't know that. They don't know that there's lending sources out there that are not just backed by banks, they're backed by private equity institutions, hedge funds, or what have you, but you don't know this. But they lend. Many of our fintech companies are backed by hedge fund companies and private equities or whatever. They're not, the large institutions that you may be familiar with, the Wells Fargos, the Chases, the Bank of Americas. So even those institutions are not lending on net 30s. Because let me tell you, see, this whole movement of having people to believe that you can get a windfall of money and all you have to do is get a paydex score, register your business with the secretary of your state, get an LLC, get a bit that speaks to the person. And I know I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers with this, because there are people where personal credit is still a sore spot. They have not gotten over the pain. I'm seeing some comments come on. Need help. Honestly, I don't want to waste your time, but I'm serious. Bishop Jeffrey Mustafa, give me a call. Give me an email. um if you go to the post, the URL under this video, www.helpmegetbizcredit, that'll put you on my email communication list, and we can have a talk. From there, you can automatically schedule a call or what have you. So Bishop Jeffrey, go to www.helpmegetbizcredit.com, depending on where you're looking at this, and I think it's YouTube. The link will be below this video. But as I was saying, that whole movement, of telling people that all they have to do is build net 30s or whatever, is speaking to people where personal credit is still a sore place. And I know that this is going to ruffle a lot of feathers, because see, a lot of people are not willing to deal with the pain of that. They may be over the age of 35 and 40 and they are still struggling with personal credit issues. That's a painful place. That's a very painful place for a lot of people. So it's very comfortable to want to believe that I can totally disregard my personal credit, and there's a windfall of money waiting for me at the end of the rainbow in this other pot. And I'm here to tell you, that's why you got a lot of people who are just on an ongoing merry-go-round chasing their tail. And when they see the real results of clients that I share, because I'm going to share the fruits, because I'm telling you, if people was really helping people secure and get access to money, they not charging $97 for a class. They just not. They're just not. It just economically don't make sense. I'm gonna help you get $100,000 or more in funding, and I'm only gonna charge $97. Like, so that's why it's easy for me. It's easy for a person to say, "We're gonna help you build business credit." because now I'm just going to rehash a whole bunch of information, and it's left to you to figure it out. And I get it. People comment and send me messages every day and like, you know what, I've been hoodwinked too many times, Lorilla, and I get it. I sympathize for them. Like I totally get it. Like I said, these tactic and strategies are nothing new. They've been around before social media, when there was just the internet and there were just forums, and you would just go on these forums and people would be giving these strategies. And don't get me wrong, at one time those strategies may have worked because we were pre the housing the housing crash. But after the housing crash, because remember, I'm dropping a lot of things in this video for you to do your research, so you ain't got to listen to me. But if you think about it, after the housing crash, credit and access to capital got very tight. And that's when Dodd-Frank came. So anybody who was in the lending industry back then will tell you it was very hard to lend. The government had the banks and by literally the cojones, as they say, and they literally could not lend. And so lending got tight. So that's why all those crazy tactics that could have worked pre 2008, they hold no weight now. Because during that time, when the government really had these top tier banks by the cojones, that gave birth to the private equities companies and the secondary market with lending that gave birth to fintech. That's why now you can literally get a loan, get access to credit all by the computer. How do you think they're able to make that decision? There's not one legit lender. We're not talking about the trashy ones, where when I say trashy, meaning the predatory ones. I'm not talking about merchant cash advances, those things. I mean, for you to literally get access to, a loan for your business, even credit cards, anything unsecured that's not attached to anything. They never ask you for no paydex score. They never do. Like I'm just wondering where, like, I guess many of these people have never been through the process of literally getting lending, because nowhere in the lending process is people asking you that. Unless you got somebody who so-called make their own application, and they'll have you thinking that's what the lender will make a decision on. But they're not. So that's why I titled this video, Take It to the Bank, because you can start right there. Take your glorious business credit process that you've been sold, that you believe work, and try to get some money. Oh, I know, I get it. Your guru taught you a strategy where you're literally doing something illegal, but that's what you got to do to get the bag. That's it. So now you have a lot of people who believe that in order to even get access to something, you gotta lie. That's why we got all the PPP fraud out there. Like I remember early in during COVID, and that's when I was, had a relationship with a lender processing things, and they literally said, this is what we need. And people would come to me and say, well, you asking for tax returns and payroll statements and all this other stuff. I don't need that. I went to this person and they said I ain't need that. And I used to be like, well, it won't be me. And so there have been people that clearly other people have came across, and they were processing PPP paperwork. And you, my friend, can get any amount of money you want as long as you lie and do fraud, and see where that's leaving a lot of people. So understand, you have two schools of thoughts where you either got the information or misinformation of business credit, where it won't get you anything. It won't get you anything. And then you got the other misinformation about business credit that's literally illegal. That's going to put a lot of people in jail. And so I get it. People don't know what to believe. Like I sympathize. People don't know what to believe. And that's why I always say, well, all you can do is go by the fruits. Go by the fruits, because this is what I know. I teach people how to leverage business credit to be able to invest in real estate. Of course, there's 100 ways to skin a cat. You got some people that tell you FHA all the way. You got some people who will tell you VA loans all the way. You got some people that would say first time home buyer program all the way, and let me tell you, I'm to be the first one to tell you they all work. They all work. But you have to decide on what's best for you. People who decide to work with me, they know business credit works with what they want to do. They're very clear. It's not no, let's just, put some magic together and make it work. They're very clear on what it is that they want, and they know for them, business credit's a good match, you know. Because I'm gonna save that for another video. Because when you start wanting to do investor loans where no bank statements, no tax returns, as long as the rental income of the property can cover the revenues and the income of the property, there's a loan for you. It is hard. Miss T said it's hard to get a business loan starter. I'm not sure what she means, but I'm thinking she's saying it is hard to get a business loan if you are a new business. Let me know if that's what you're saying, Miss T. And if that is the case, there is some truth to that. There is some truth to that. Because think about it. Who gonna lend to you? You don't have. I was on a call with a lender today. This particular lender does what's called revenue financing. Okay, thank you for the clarification, Miss T. They do revenue financing where they will lend to you based on the revenues of the business. They need historical data. So Miss T is right. You have no historical data. You don't have no history of you getting any revenue, no history of you getting no income. Um, but you want somebody to loan you money. And where they do that at? That's just like a person trying to get a mortgage loan. Say, hey, I don't have no verifiable income. I don't have the best credit, but I want you to give me a mortgage. Where they do that at? It's nobody doing that. So yes, Miss T, you are right. If you have nothing, if you have nothing, that's why you have to leverage some things. And I'm the one who gonna tell people leveraging something. We got the three R's: real estate, revenue, receivables. Which one do you have? Person say they don't have neither. You got to leverage something. It's no lending institution lending on just your fancy Instagram photos and the fact that you got an LLC. If that's the case, there would not be no poverty in America because we can solve it. Everyone just go out and get an LLC. And there's going to be somebody who, nah, these private equity firms, these hedge fund companies, they running a business. They got to make a profit. So they just lending because your business name sound cute. Your Instagram photos are nice. And you got an LLC and you got a business telephone number. Man, please. Where they do that at? You see what I'm saying? Now once again, you get some credit cards. Nothing wrong with that. Credit cards are stated. People, and a lot of times people state a number that's not right. So they will fill out that credit card application. Business has never got no revenue. They will state that their business make a certain amount of money, which a lot of times they don't, because remember, it's stated. And they'll look up and get a credit card. And a lot of times that happens due to the person having favorable personal credit. But I'm gonna tell you this: person don't have pay favorable personal credit, and they thinking they gonna get these high business credit cards that think they're going to get American Express Platinum or Chase Sapphire and all this other stuff, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Because once again, the decision has to be based on something. You think they're not going to look at your personal credit financial habits. They are. So, and I know, so I came in a little late. So, help me. It is the ability for you to get in contact with me and we can have a conversation and we can see if what I do is a good fit for you. Um, and so that's where we start. We first find out if it's a good fit. Because for some people, Miss T, I'm not a good fit for them. So it's not a case of, are you going to help me find a loan? It's to be clear on what it is that you want. Because I never, I'm never going to have people to believe one thing, and that's not the case. So that's the starting point. We have a conversation. I keep clear on what it is that your business do, what are some of the funding goals that you have for your business? And if it's a good fit, we'll talk about what's the next step. But the next step is not, hey, I'm looking to get a business loan. Help me. That's not where it starts. So, but thanks. That's a great question, Miss T. So, yeah, so that's it. Like I know this ain't gonna be a favorable topic because everybody telling you that all you need is LLC and let me think. LLC, telephone number, business bank account, no revenue in the bank, and a windfall of money falls in your lap. And hey, I'm gonna sell you the Golden State Bridge tomorrow. It's not going to happen. And that's why you have so many people chasing your tail. Because if it was that easy, we have literally found a way to eliminate and eradicate poverty in America. That's the solution. You get money and you get money and you get money. That would literally be a solution. Nobody would have money problems. Everybody can get all the funding that they want. And unfortunately, that's not it. That's not it. So, once again, for those who are watching or those who are watching the replay, if there's a conversation that you do want to have, if you want to find out how I'm able to help clients of mine structure their business where they can get six figures in funding to leverage to invest in real estate, let's have a conversation and we could start at www.helpmegetbizcredit.com. The results are real, the people are real life solutions, real life funding solutions. No hanky panky, nothing illegal. Everything I teach and share with people will literally get you to where it is that you want to go. And I get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. There are some people who may not vibe with what I'm saying. And that's all right. But there are some who do vibe with it. And I welcome those. So, thanks for, joining me. Thanks for the questions that were asked. And I'm looking forward to doing more videos. So until the next time. Bye.